Hello there guys, it's Stephen here back with another video, and I had to discover today's trending topic. Mr. Raheem Sterling is being rich, young and black again. Basically he's offending all the press with his actions, and I thought I would discuss today why the press hate Raheem Sterling. It's a myriad, it's a minefield of just awfulness if we're being totally honest. But before I go too far, I want to do a very quick shout out. You could win this Manchester City 2017-2018 limited edition champion shirt. I got given this and it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? This exact one here. I'm basically I'm auctioning it off. Well, not auctioning it, I'm putting in a raffle for charity for the Booth Centre, a homeless charity in Manchester. I thought I'd give it away. If you check the link in the description below, you can get involved for just a £2 minimum bid entry. And it's going to be a draw next weekend. So it's a beautiful piece of art and all the proceeds go towards charity. So click the link in the description below and get donating towards this, and I will post it overseas as well. The size is a medium, but even if you're not a medium, you know, give it to someone else. It's £2 for an entry. It's absolutely worth it for a good cause, and it's a beautiful shirt. You can frame it up on the wall because this is limited edition and it's absolutely beautiful. But anyway, let's get on to the Raheem Sterling stuff. I wanted to discuss basically how this has all come to a head. Even the FA had to come out and support Raheem Sterling today. I never thought I'd see the day when they actually did that. It's become genuinely ridiculous, and I think today was the day when it really hit the mainstream. Tweets went viral everywhere. Gary Lineker was talking about it. He was arguing with Piers Morgan about it. It's hit the headlines big time, and it's kind of long overdue, if I'm being honest. City fans, and myself included, of all of us, have sat there laughing for absolutely ages about how much stick Sterling's got for the past couple of years now, and it has coincided with being a City player, if we're being totally honest, but it's been genuinely awful, and today kind of reached new levels of stupidity, and it all came to a head. Just look at all these headlines now on screen. Yeah. All of them, they're actually front pages and articles over the past couple of years just about Raheem Sterling. He's been guilty of things such as being tired, daring to have breakfast, shopping at Primark, I know it's absolutely scandalous, driving a dirty car, eating at Greg's and flying on a cheap airline, just to mention a few things. Never mind his actual private life being delved into, apparently being a love rat for daring to exist in the public's eye. It's just beyond comprehension. And today there was another little thing that really popped up that really was, for me, the icing on a very horrible cake. It was absolutely disgusting. Basically, let me just find this quote here. I'm just checking on my laptop now. There was an article about stabbed teens dying on street, and this is generally how, I think it was The Sun, led this newspaper article. 2 more teenagers were killed over the weekend as Sterling revealed his controversial gun tattoo. 2 people were stabbed in Sheffield, and somehow reason The Sun decided to link that to Raheem Sterling and a tattoo that he's had for over a month. It, to me, is absolutely disgusting. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer in the slightest. I kind of wish I was, but to me, this surely is kind of defamation of character to link his name to these things, to imply that he has something to do with it. And given all the articles that gone in the past, there has to be some kind of systematic bullying from the media there to defame his name. Basically, well, he's already threatened, I think, The Sun once for claims about having an affair, which turned to be absolute bollocks. It was a friend he was pictured with. It's getting to another level entirely. It's getting nasty. Now, a lot of people said, is this all based around racism? If you want my honest opinion, I think this initially started based just around to get clicks from Liverpool fans. This whole idea of him being a monster, I think it started as soon as he wanted to leave Liverpool and become Manchester City player. And I think they decided they'll jump on him and start to attack him because he fits that stereotype of that, you know, cocky, young, rich black lad who's, you know, claiming money from the greatest club in the world, Liverpool, whatever. And he was an easy target for the press to get some clicks from Liverpool fans, and they basically made him a target. And I think over time it's really it evolved into something rather ugly, if we're being honest. I think initially it was just tabloid nonsense, kind of that traditional thing you see when any young successful person pops up, but often black people, if we're being totally honest. I think initially though it was just to get clicks. I think it's evolved into something a lot more sinister. I think in the current political climate where people there's a lot of tensions out throughout the country, I think they've realised this idea of shooting down this young rich black man, well, it ticks a lot of boxes for their audience, shall we say. It's a very segregated time at the moment. A lot of people are very upset. A lot of people are upset with immigration, and there's a lot of problems with the whole Brexit thing. The country's pretty split, if we're being totally honest. And these little things, well, they play to the lowest common denominator person, the absolute idiot in the street who hates the idea of a young, successful black man being flashy with the cash. And I think the Sun know what they're doing. And to compound that tattoo story with the stabbed teens dying on the street story today, only hours later, well, that's just arrogance. That's just them knowing what they're doing and doubling down on it. They actually don't give a fuck because it's the Sun. They are a nasty bunch of people. I mean, if we go to the actual tattoo thing itself, if we're being honest, it's a bit of a shit tattoo. It's a little bit of a stupid message as well, but it's a message that is totally harmless. I'm sorry, but in general, people have a right to put whatever they want on there. It isn't a guy dying, it's a gun. The idea being that his dad was, killed tragically when Sterling was only 2 years old. He was shot and killed, and Sterling said the only thing he shoots with now is his right foot, hence with the gun shooting towards his right foot. And he said he's never touched a gun in his life. It's a kind of slightly kind of sixth form poetry kind of clumsy metaphor, but it means something to him, and it's genuinely harmless. The idea that this is making difficult for parents, well, that is life. It may make your 7-year-old son be a little bit confused and go, why has he got that? And you might not understand the deeper implications of it, but that is life, There's a lot more confusing, a lot more disturbing things in the world going on than Raheem Sterling getting a tattoo. It's totally legal. Look at Piers Morgan's favourite team, Arsenal there. The Gunners, they're called. There's a cannon in their crest. Arsenal actually means a collection of weapons, which is a pretty fitting term for Arsenal, I guess, in general. But Piers Morgan moaning about that. As Gary Lineker rightfully said on Twitter, where does it start? Are you going to ban films with guns in? Are you going to ban anything with guns in it, full stop whatsoever? Ban guns, whatever, go for it. But you can't ban depictions and images. It's got to a point where it's becoming very, very, very dangerous. It's becoming nasty, and there definitely is racist undertones to it. To me, a lot of it stemmed from the whole just pick on Raheem Sterling for going to Manchester City, and then it evolved into this nasty. He's a rich, flash young black man, and we know it's there. We know it happens, and it's staring us in the face. So sometimes we have to call it out. I'm really glad that in general, the press and the fans and so on, they've all seen this for what it is today, and they've all leapt down the throats of those people perpetrating this horrible nonsense. Mainly the Daily Star and the Sun. It's absolutely pathetic. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You're grown men writing about a thing like this. You're absolutely trying to destroy the lives of a person, and it does affect people, these things. You only have to look at Paul Gascoigne, for example. He famously went on record as saying that this social media, not the social media, actually at the time it was phone hacking. He felt paranoid and spiraled into depression because he feared that his phone was being hacked by the Mirror, and it turned out later on that it was true according to reports. I think they had to get £188,000 in damages from the Mirror. Paul Gascoigne, he said it spiraled into depression. His psychologist told him that he was paranoid, and it was actually true. These things affect people. Now, heaven forbid Raheem Sterling starts to feel a little bit self-conscious for doing things like buying his mum a house or a sink, whoever it was, for daring to drive a dirty car. It's stupid, it's ridiculous, and it has to stop. I'm glad that fans of other teams are starting to see the bullshit that this paper's putting out on a weekly basis about a footballer doing nothing wrong. It's a stupid tattoo, probably, in terms of it's not the kind of tattoo I would get, but it's harmless. It's his expression of his personal beliefs, and all the other stuff, him daring to have breakfast, well, it's just fucking ridiculous, let's be honest. Anyway, I thought I'd offer 2 cents on that. We really should make sure we don't click the links from these articles. Do not give them the clicks that they crave. Block them. Do them a favour. Actually block them so you don't see their tweets again, so they don't get the clicks shared and all that kind of stuff. And just call it out, because it does make a difference. People saying ignore it. No, don't. Call it out, because it's bullshit. And Sterling, he's just a young man trying to enjoy himself, doing absolutely nothing wrong, so we should support him. Anyway, guys, that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And also, don't forget to go enter for the competition for this shirt. Put some money towards a good cause for the Booth Centre, a homeless charity. £2, you can win this beautiful shirt. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me ranting. See you next time.